Hello, good day everyone, and welcome to my FPL Game Week 4 video. So right in the screen, I'm going to be talking about my Game Week 3, how I performed. Then we'll talk about the Game Week 4 team selection. So for the Game Week 3, as you can see, I had a 70 points above average, which is good. Whenever you have your total point above average, you know that you actually performed well. Of course, the highest point was 130. But 70 points is above average, so it's not so bad. At the same time, it's not good, but the season just started, so those who actually do very well in the fantasy Premier League do not start. You majorly don't necessarily need to have 130 points in the first game weeks, but the consistency, make sure you're consistent and you're having good points throughout the season, then you're going to get there. I was number one in Nigeria last season, and I was 84 among 13 million people in the world. So it shows that I understand and I have a lot of experience with the FPL. This kind of points, having this kind of point this game week is actually perfect. Just maintain the consistency and you are good to go. So this is my Proxy account. Like I said, I actually look at this account and also set my own team. So let's see how we fared for last week. So Henderson finally had some points after consecutive 1-1 points or 2 points rather. Henderson have been having. We are 1-1 points. So I had 4 points against Chelsea, which is not so bad. So see, Guardiola had 2 points. They had that goal that was considered. Gabriel had 2 points. Clean sheets in the Liverpool defense. That's 6 points. Robinson also had an assist here. That's 4 points. It has been a very long international break, so many memories. Just have to get them back again. Salah had 17 points. He had some couple of late goals, I remember, in that game. Let's see. Yeah, he scored 1 goal. He had 2 assists and a clean sheet, and had bonus. I think these goals came in a bit late. That goal came in late, and he had some couple assists too. So then Oise also had 10 points. He scored the goal, the equalizer against Chelsea. Then Gordon, 2 points, been blanking, it's been disappointing. I'm actually having an eye on Gordon right now. He may be leaving my team anytime from now. Then Palmer also had, I think he also had a goal also. Yeah, he also had an assist. Yeah, 3 points. Then Menez blanked. Isaac had a goal. So the bench, of course, Nkunku is out of the team right now. Then Jefferson and Bako, they're out of the team right now, so they're on loan. So let's just go with the main team. But for now, we have a lot of people who have been talking about wildcard. I've been receiving a lot of message about wildcard, advice of wildcard and everything. So just some tip. Personally, I'm not ready to wildcard right now, but if you want a wildcard, then I think this is a good place to start from. Okay, when you want to wildcard, you go to this PremierLeague.com stats and look at the stats. And if you look at the stats, you have to compare the goals, assists, the passes, and the clean sheet for you to know the kind of people you bring in. So presently, Haaland, just in 4 games, he has already backed in 7 goals. Second by Luis Diaz, then Noni, Madueke, and Bamo. But also, when you're trying to combine all this, you also need to combine the fixtures. Who are they playing against? Man City, apart from Chelsea, which he actually scored, we had very, very easy fixtures so far. So of course you need to consider that Liverpool, yeah, Luis Diaz is doing very well now. Champions League is coming in, so you won't expect him to play 90 minutes or he'll be rotated because, of course, club football actually prefers the Champions League to the Premier League, has more money and everything. But these are the people you consider when you are selecting your wild card. Okay, then then Salah is there, then Duran, Kai Havertz, Jackson, Pedro, Onana. Yeah. Then for the assists, we had Palmer having the highest assist, which is 4. Saka's just behind him. Then Salah, Madison, then Silva, and Robinson, and all of that. Okay, then the clean sheet, if you want to go with your goalkeeper choice, so you can see from here. So you can compare who has been doing well so far, because I believe your your inspiration for the wild card is just the performance for the last 3 games, which is not so wise enough to take a wild card. But even though your team is in a mess, you can start from here. So you can see the clean sheets coming up from here. You can see who has been keeping the clean sheet, and you also need to compare it with the price range and all of that. So these are just the performance of the clubs, and of course, when you go into this link, it's really going to help you in choosing the right players to consider in your game. Now, also, you need to consider injuries and bans. Of course, it is a long list of those that are injured and banned, but I'm going to be talking about only the important players, or the players that can be a potential people that you can put in the team. Of course, Declan Rice from Arsenal is injured. Okay, sorry, he has a match ban. Then you can see Odegaard was injured from the international break. 50% chance that he's going to play. Then we can see Cash is also injured. You can see Match from Brighton. Just talking about only the important players. Then if you remember, okay, Kepa right now was moved from Chelsea to Bournemouth, but at the moment he cannot play. He cannot play against his parent club, which is Chelsea. He moved on loan, so he can't do that. So because of that, he can't play. Then let's see, we have Gusto from Chelsea. You see that he's injured, so when you are using your wildcard, don't even think about him for now. James, no. Lavia, no. Palmer is in a doubt. He was unable to. Yeah, as you can see, he was withdrawn from the England squad, and he didn't participate at all. But we expect him to be back in Chelsea and start the game. Well, we just hope. Then let's see. Then as you can see, the list is going on. So all these are the players that you really need to consider before. The Ake is also completely not available. Haaland. Haaland is in doubt. A lot of people have been asking what is wrong with Haaland. He has some personal reasons, and if you look at this news, you see that Haaland has actually been given. Haaland has been offered a compensation leave due to the passing away of his best friend, his dad's best friend, and his uncle. So because of this game, he has been given an opportunity to go on a leave. So he can choose if he wants to go or if he wants to play. But he has been given an opportunity, and that's why he's flagged at 75%. So why 75%? Because this kind of thing has happened to him last season, and he chose to play. So maybe people are thinking, okay, he can continue to play, but this is a personal thing. So when you are using your wild card, you have to think about that a lot, most especially when you are putting Haaland as the main player. But you can use a wild card, bring him in, and bench him. That's no problem, and that's completely fine. But that's also a wise choice because he's not injured. He's just going to be out for just one game. So that's actually a very, very okay choice to make. So the list runs so long, and yeah, Richarlison, we also see that it's somebody who can come in, but no. So the list runs so long. So let's quickly go into my team. For my team, I am not wildcarding this week. I've been thinking about it. I'm looking at it. I think there is no point actually wildcarding this week because it's just first 3 games. The Champions League is coming up. The managers, we have a lot of new managers and new team. We are trying to see how they can actually get a balanced 11. It takes about up to game week 8, game week 9 for you to know the real balanced 11 before you can start wildcarding. There are no injury crises. We do not have players who are not starting. At least the first 11 has been starting. We have the bench that is there. So I don't see any reason why you want to wildcard because you are not top 100 in the world right now. So you need to be patient. You need to calm down and still believe in the first team that you brought in game week 1, because I believe you brought in those teams in game week 1 because you believed in them. So I believe you should just keep calm, make your little substitution, avoid taking hits, and just try to ensure that things go well. So what have I done this week? Not so much. I left Henderson in goal against a Leicester side which is not so good, banking on an old Vardy. I really love him. Vardy is a very nice It's a very nice striker, but you cannot expect someone of that age to keep on scoring every game. And Crystal Palace really needs to win right now and beef up their defensive line. So I just believe Henderson will step up in that game and try to keep a clean sheet. So Henderson is my goal. Then Guardiola, of course. If Haaland is not there, Man City do not have so much of attacking options. So Guardiola is an attacking defender. He's going to step up in that game, and we hope he's going to bang in between 1 or 2 goals. Guardiola actually cost me from being number 1 in the world. That's why you see him in that team, and I'm not very happy about it. But I won't remove him because of that reason. But let's see. He has not been scoring this season. If he keeps on his form of not scoring, I will think about it of taking him off. But for now, Guardiola is there. Then Alexander-Arnold, you know him. He scored a goal against Manchester United, but it was ruled out. Scored the first goal in that game, but it was ruled out. And of course, he is very capable of scoring at any time. He's even starred because his points has been marvelous. 3 clean sheets in his last 3 games, marvelous games. If you look at the stats, he has not been finishing the games, but at the same time, he has actually been doing extremely well. Okay, yeah. So he has actually been doing extremely well. He has had 8 points, 6.6 points, and we are hoping for another clean sheet or even a goal. Robinson had an assist in his last game. Not a bad option. Considering a Fulham side, not a bad option. Had an assist in the last game. Had not a clean sheet. I think he had another assist in the other game. I think he had some bonuses. That's why he had 7 points. And just a narrow conceding. I think Manchester United conceded very late in the late minute of that game, and that's why he had 2 points. If not, he would have had more points. So Robinson won my defensive line. So Guardiola, Alexandra, Arnold, and Robinson in the defensive line. Then Matoba in the midfield. I just brought him in, removing Nkunku. As you can see, Nkunku, not a bad option, Nkunku, but the thing is that he's being used more in the Conference League. So I think what this manager is trying to do right now is either using Nkunku, Palmer, Nkunku. So in the Conference League, he uses Nkunku and other players. Then in the Premier League, he uses Palmer, brings Nkunku in the dying minute. That's what has been going on so far, and we don't want to risk it because this is the Premier League. We need the points. So bringing in Matoba is a decent option. He has been doing fantastically well. Brighton, has been doing well. He had 8 points in his first game, had 6 points in his second game, but against Arsenal, he could not make any difference because they actually just scored a goal and he was not involved in it. So he had just 2 points in that game, and that's it. Then Salah, of course, is a decent option. Anybody who has Salah has been very, very happy. When you think Salah is not going to perform, that is when he's going to surprise the world and actually going to perform. So Salah has been doing well. Being a captain is perfect. We are happy with him. And right now, he's going to be the captain of this team, considering that Haaland is not in this team right now. So Salah takes up the captain band. No argument. He has been delivering. He has not failed. And he will continue to do well. Oise has rised up. Thank God he has rised up from his very bad run. I think in the last 2 games he blanked, but against Chelsea he had 10 points. In his last 2 games he blanked, but against Chelsea he had 10 points. He has been playing 90 minutes, so we expect another 90 minutes, and we expect him to do well against this newly promoted Leicester. Gordon has not been doing well so far. If I was going to be using my wild card, of course Gordon will never be in this team. He's been doing extremely annoying. He has not been doing so well. Of course he played. He had 10 points against Bournemouth, but the Gordon we know. He averages about 5 points, at least an assist in every game. But so far, we've had some good contribution from Newcastle, but he has not been doing so well so far. Still watching him, like I said, it's too early to do a wild card right now. So still watch the players we brought in. At least we brought in these players for reasons, and just hope that they actually perform well. Palmer is right now, no doubt. I believe nobody can doubt me. Yeah, Palmer is actually the best player in Chelsea right now. Best player in Chelsea right now. So having him in your team is actually good. He has a knock here because he didn't represent England. But from news I was seeing on Twitter, it says that they confirmed that he's fit and he's okay to play this game. So he's actually been doing well. Let's see his stats. Palmer, where is your stats? Let's see you. Okay, if you look at Palmer's stats, you see that against Man City, blanked, but he had 17 points. Against Wolves, he had a couple of assists. He had 3 assists and he scored a goal. So that gave him that 17 points he has. Then against Crystal Palace, he just banged in 1 assist. Did well 90 minutes, but you know, I think in every 2 goals Chelsea scores, Palmer is involved in at least one of them, either in a goal or an assist. So that's very good. So, for example, when Chelsea's been playing Bournemouth over the weekend, and you see Chelsea beat Bournemouth 3-1 as I've predicted, you know that Palmer actually has either 2 goals or 2 assists in that game. Definitely. So having him your team, when you see Chelsea's winning, you know that Palmer has actually gotten his points and you're happy. So in my strike, we have Muniz there, which I brought in. Let's see how it has actually been performing. Muniz has not been performing well. So 2 points, very disappointing from Muniz. And I just hope he doesn't have another 2 points. But he has an okay fixtures against West Ham. Let's see. West Ham has not been really so good. So let's see if he's actually going to do well. Or I may just do a swap from Muniz to Gabriel. Let me see. Putting in a defender may not really be a smart move because, you know, let's say we change it like this. You see, Gabriel, you know, Arsenal actually have a lot of injuries. So them keeping a clean sheet against Tottenham is really difficult. Especially Rice that is actually down injured, which is their their solid defensive line is injured. So what's the probability of Spurs not actually scoring? And again, we know that Gabriel is actually an attacking defender. He's also in set pieces and it also plays very well. He can score goals. At least if Arsenal scores 4 or 5 goals, he will be involved in it definitely. So is it wise enough to use a Gabriel away from home or use a Fulham at home, whereby Muniz is their main striker and will definitely play 90 minutes? We'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking because initially I had Muniz having been there, but he has just been playing so badly. Against Leicester, 2 points. Against Ipswich, 2 points. I think I'll just change my mind, alright? I'm going to have Muniz in the bench and Gabriel in there because let's assume Gabriel doesn't do well. He can have an assist and he can just have something. So I think I will change my mind there and allow Gabriel play instead of Muniz. So Isak, you know, Isak actually has been doing well. I didn't expect so much from Isak because of the performance of Newcastle lately, but he was actually good in the last game. He scored a late goal and had 9 points against Tottenham. And in the first game, he also had 5 points. He had a very disappointing game in the second game against Bournemouth. So Isak is actually a very decent option. And in my bench, you can see Slicker. Yeah, Muniz now in my bench. Jefferson and Baku actually are on loan. So I'm going to save my team here. And I guess it's safe now. So there could be a late change anytime. We have more team news coming up. It's quite difficult bringing in your team at a day before because and confirming right now because one of the ways to also be successful in the FPL, you need to follow the team news, whatever is coming up, whatever happens. For example, there have been a lot of cases that while they were in the training grounds, a teammate injures his own teammate, and because of that, he will fail to start. So let's assume you've set your team in the evening before the game week and you don't look at the news, you captain the person and you go to sleep. When you know you see it doesn't start, why is it not starting? He picked up a knock just before the match started. So you need to also update that. So if any of something like that happens, or there's some new news about Palmer, new news about Oise and everyone, I could make an emergency substitution and this team will change. But for now, this is going to be the team. I've made up my mind. I'm going to start Gabriel instead of Muniz because Muniz have actually been blanking, and I don't think he's going to do better against West Ham. But Gabriel actually has a chance, has a punt, and Arsenal, who knows, they can rise up on the occasion at any time. So I will stop there. I'll leave it there. So give it a like. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. My league code is on the description. If you want to join the league code to join my league, there's prize money of about 30,000 naira in there. So there's a prize money of 30,000 naira. Anybody who's going to top that league and make sure he follows all my pages in the description below of this video should do that, and it's going to be eligible for that prize money. I'm actually going to give it out. Doing this actually to encourage all other Nigerians and everyone across the world to participate in the Premier League in the Premier League competition, and also enjoy football together as a community. So make sure you give it a like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.